What's going on, guys? Frank Railing RV here. We're gonna attempt to remove this countertop for this customer. The reason why we're changing it, I mean, obviously you can see that from the top it looks immaculate, but it's cracked right there. That's where it's cracked, right there. So we are gonna replace it. The first thing we're gonna do is remove that sink and remove the stove. To get to the sink, we need to remove the faucet. Okay, and let's see here, let me show you the light. Alright, so it's got these 1x2s all around, holding it stapled to the countertop all the way around. There's sealant right along there as well for the faucet. Remove those two lines, cap them off, turn off the water pump, turn off the city water, and remove your nut right there. That's how you take off the faucet. And the sink, obviously you need to remove the trap, P-trap. You could just take it off of there or there and maybe leave this on there, but we'll show you as we go along here. This stove has some bolts right there, and usually it pulls out. Remove your propane line, and if it has lights on your knobs here, remove the 12 volt as well. Make sure your propane is off in the tanks up front. And here's the new countertop, guys. That's the new one right there, but we need to get the other one off. So I removed these two screws on the front stove. It's got another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your 12 volts for your knob lights and your 3/4 or 13/16 propane line here. I already shut off the propane, so we're gonna do that now. Take off those screws and that propane line. Alright, took that propane off. So this is the 12 volt right here on the right side. You just clip it. And this just pulls out. The whole stove just pulls out. There it is, it's off. Now for this countertop, let's see. It's held in with this right here. We'll go over it as I get into it here. So next up is going to be that faucet and those water lines. So I'm going to shut off the water pump if it's on. I'm going to check it here. Water pump is off, and I'm not connected to city water right now, so we're just gonna, yep, there's no water. Alright, get those lines off and take the faucet off and start on taking off this sink, galley sink. So make sure you got some rags when you're taking these water lines off. You don't want to damage your panels, your stiles, because these stiles, they delaminate pretty bad. So make sure you have a rag on there while you're taking these lines off. Okay, so this is just the rubber cone that goes inside here for the seal. And I'll take that hot water off and then go inside right there there's two Phillips screws, and then you turn that wing nut, and that's it. That's how you take it off. So I removed the complete P-trap right there for the double basket sink, so I could get access to the screws for that faucet like I told you about. Right there, 1 and 2, it's a Phillips, and then you just turn it. So the faucet is off. Make sure to take off those screws right there for the counter. Also, the counter is stapled with these 1x1s to the counter itself, so you might need to pry it off a little bit. As we go, I'll let you know what's going on. Right there, there's a lot of screws as well for the wall and the trim right there. So we'll take those out. So now removed all those screws right there, right there, right there. Everything's been stapled other than those screws. As you can see, staple, staple, staple. So we're gonna carefully, there's a sealant here, so we're just gonna carefully with a knife cut that sealant and try to see if we can pry up easily. The sink is gonna stay in the old countertop until we take it out and we replace it with the new one. So guys, we're gonna try to take this off, but we're gonna pry it where it's accessible, like right here on the stove, on these corners right here. I know this is cracked, might replace that, but there's a plate here, well, wood that's stapled between this countertop and this countertop. This is the one that we're changing, so we need to take that off and see. So get something, wedge it in here, and maybe use a hammer, but very easily or very carefully take these off. Also, it has a lot of those under the countertop for the sink, but like I said, we'll see if we have to, if we'll keep that on there. But the main problem is you have to be really careful wedging something in here and prying it up, because all the other screws are out, and I just cut the sealant, the silicone sealant around the countertop. I also removed that corner trim, so if we need to lift up and out. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Also, what you can use to remove these staples is use a multi-tool underneath, wedge it in there, and just cut this staples all the way around, and also inside right there, because it's stapled to the countertop as well. So a multi-tool with a steel bimetal blade is the ticket, guys. Just get it in there and then just cut those staples, and it starts to come off. Do it all over where you can, inside as well. I am going to take this galley sink out. Just pry these out with a regular pry bar, and remove the sealant around and drop it down. The reason, because in here we have more and all the way around we have more staples that we need to cut with that multi-tool. And having this out of here, I could actually get in there with the multi-tool instead of me crawling in this space right here. But yeah, so taking those 1x2s out of here, holding it with just staples and the sealant around the caulking here, we were able to take this double sink out. Now we have access to all the staples right there. Go around with the multi-tool anywhere you see a staple hole, like right there, and then just simply carefully pry it up. and take out the countertop. Well, there it is. If you can't get these, you could just leave them on there. I did cut the staples going this way, and so that's why these stayed on there. On the new one, we are gonna need to transfer these or make new ones, 1x1s. This L1 here, this one here. Make sure that you make a spacing here, measure everything, because the other one goes there, and that's how you take it off, guys. Now for the new one, it goes in the same way. We're gonna put all these 1x1s, and then I'm gonna put the sink on there and put the blocks as well, and everything goes back together. This was just a disassembly here. All right, so we transferred all the 1x1s to the new countertop. Now we gotta clean up these staples, get everything situated to slap it on, and then also the staples go through the bottom here, here to secure the counter, and then recock the backing there, and we'll fix this right now. And yeah, that's how it is. Everything's reversed. Put your sink back on, get those on there underneath, and we'll get going here. So this is where we're at. I already put this faucet on and the galley sink as one unit. It's gonna go back in. Well, guys, there it is. Now it's time to seal around like that. Put that trim back, seal around the inner galley sink right there. Put that underneath, and put the stove back on. Do a manometer test, a leak test. Put the drawers back, and connect those hot and cold lines, and that's it. This job is done.